some of you have things you want to know about, and your vibrational proximity to that desire is not so far from it. So some soft, light conversation here with you focusing and achieving vibrational alignment with the answer. You move right into the vicinity of it and you receive it fully. But sometimes your life experience has you focused in a way that you are so much more aware of where you stand, which is not where you want to be, that even though you are articulating a question that really defines what you want to know or need to know or want to achieve or need to achieve, but you are so involved in the where you are, you're so aware that you don't know the answer or that you don't know what to do, you feel so discouraged or disappointed or resentful or angry or confused, or you just simply are more aware of the absence of what you want than what you want. So without even knowing it or meaning to, you've trained yourself into the vibrational habit of a thought or energy vibration that is so full of resistance, meaning it's about what you don't want rather than about what you do want. And of course, that's always an obvious first step. You always know more clearly what you do want when you know what you don't want. And sometimes life shows you through what you're living exactly what you don't want. But when that happens, an equal, proportionate, what you do want, the other side of that is born out of it. And when what you do want is born out of it, it becomes a vibrational point of attraction that begins to amass all circumstances and events in order to give you the full manifestation of what you want. But if you are still so aware of where you are and what you don't want, then you can't get to it and it can't get to you. You cannot rendezvous with what you want when what's most active in your vibration is your awareness of what you don't want. Some say, well, that's a little tricky, because when I know what I don't want, because I'm living what I don't want, shouldn't someone just give me what I do want so I can feel better? And we say, you've been trying to get that for a very long time, and it is not working out that well. In other words, when you demand that the universe give you something that you are vibrationally not a match to, it's not going to happen. You have to make the match. You have to make the match. You have to move your energy. You have to train your thought vibration into a new place. You have to tell a new story. You have to find ways of describing what you do want so vividly and so often that what you do want becomes an active, chronic vibration within you. And when that happens, it has to manifest. It cannot be otherwise. So there are two ways that you can tell if you're a match to what you want or if you're a match to what you don't want. If you're a match to the presence of what you want or if you're a match to the absence of what you want. One really obvious way, it's manifesting if you're a match to it. In other words, when you are a match to what you want, it's showing up in your life experience. The other way is you can tell by the way you feel, whether you're moving toward or away from what you are really looking for. We really prefer to teach you about your emotions, which help you to know whether you are lining up with or moving away from what you want, because that's really what you came forth to do as genius creator that you are. You want to mold the clay, the creative clay of this time-space reality. And the way you mold that clay is by molding the energy or the thought vibration through your focus. If you wait until it manifests, we call that post-manifestational awareness. Oh, don't like that. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. It's hard to suck it back, isn't it? Once it's manifested, once it's in your body or not in your bank account, or once your relationship has crumbled or your empire, once you are discordant from what you are wanting to the degree that the discordant has manifested rather than the harmony, you still can turn it around, but it's harder. It's much easier to catch it in the early subtle stages. So we're going to tell you how this all works, and then we want to talk to you about anything that is important to you. You are beautiful in your bodies. Do you know it? And you are source energy in your bodies. Do you know that? And do you know that while you are in these bodies, vibrant and alive and flowing, do you know that the larger part of you still remains non-physically focused? Sometimes you refer to that non-physical part of you as your soul, your source. We refer to it as all of that, but also your inner being. It's the God force that is really you. It's the furthermost expanded version of you. So you were only non-physical energy before you came into this body. And when you were only non-physical energy, that singular energy stream was pure non-physical energy, meaning it was a very high, clear, pure vibration that held no resistance that would be discernible from your vantage point at all. Pure, positive energy, a sort of swirling love of well-being and knowing, a literal culmination of all that you have become. The best of all life culminated there in that pure energy. And then a part of that energy projected forward or was summoned by the body that was being created within the womb of your mother. And as that energy was summoned into this physical time-space reality, and you came forth and focused into that body, now you have two vibrational vantage points: the non-physical vantage point of pure positive energy and the physical vantage point of whatever it is that has your attention now. So in the moment that you were born, the potential of splitting your energy occurred. And by splitting your energy, we don't mean something has gone wrong. We mean, just like you intended, you came forth to focus. And when you began to focus, even before you could speak, long before you could walk, in the moment that you were born and began to assess your awareness of your environment, you began to offer vibrational frequencies in response to your observations. And when you did that, those frequencies began to emanate, and they began to play a vibrational part with the vibrational emanation from your source. So as this infant, in your first view of physical life, that part of you moved ever so slightly away from the pure positive energy of who you really are. The reason that we are telling you the story in this way is because we want you right now, finally, to acknowledge that you, we, you have two vivid vibrational vantage points. And those vibrational vantage points are playing off of one another all day, every day. That's what your emotions are. When you, in your body, are focused upon something in the way that the source within you focuses, for example, you are appreciating your body and you are loving life, the exhilaration that you feel is because your focused thought and the focused thought of the source within you about the same subject at the same time is a perfect match. So in your fusion, in your blending, in your alignment, in your closing of this gap, in your allowing of your complete connection with who you are, you feel the full vitality of source flowing through you in this actively focused human physical leading edge time-space moment. The best of life. When you are loving someone, perfect fusion. When you are hating someone, not even close. When you are feeling your worthiness, perfect fusion. When you are feeling insecure or unworthy, not even close. We want you to begin to utilize your emotions to let you know the most important thing that you will ever come to wonder about, and that is your relationship with who you are. Because when you pay attention to the relationship between you and you, now in your being tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the energy of you, to the fullness of you, to that which you call God force, to the energy that creates worlds, in that alignment and only in that alignment can you even begin to live your life in the way that you've intended. You are source energy. You didn't come forth to prove worthiness. You came forth as a worthy creator, eager to take thought beyond that which it has been before. And you knew that as you poured yourself into this physical body and into the contrast that surrounds you, you knew that the contrast would inspire new desires. You knew that they would emanate from you constantly. And that's exactly what happens. The contrast helps you to know what you don't want, know what you do want. Isn't that the way contrast always works? Do you realize that without vibrational contrast, you couldn't see anything? That it's only because of contrast, photographers know it, that you can even pick things out. Have you ever looked at a polar bear in a snowstorm? He's hard to see. But when you realize that you are living in this variety of contrast to help you to focus, and that the energy that you feel is always your awareness of how you are focusing it, whether you are focusing in your physical body away from your broader knowing, or whether you are utilizing this broader knowing while you are focused here, that's really what the art of allowing is all about. This universe is managed by the powerful law of attraction. And what that means is, when you offer a vibration, what matches it comes to it. So can you even begin to imagine? It's not easy for you from your physical format. What must be amassing around the source energy part of you? The part of you that only focuses upon love and well-being and expansion. Can you imagine what that vortex of creation must be like that is swirling? That's what eternity is based upon. It is physical beings coming forth and exploring and knowing what they don't want, and then more clearly sending a vibrational rocket of desire about what they do want. And when that rocket of desire emanates from you, the source part of you receives that rocket and becomes it vibrationally and literally, and holds steady to that newly amended asking eternally. And when that occurs, law of attraction then begins to amass all compatible components. So hear this. So here you are, billions of you, banging around together, knowing what you don't want, sending out rockets of what you do want. So let's say your planet's in a bit of upheaval, maybe economic, which causes you to ask for more stability, maybe ecological, which causes you to ask for more stability. Maybe some of the peoples of your planet are warring, making you ask for more harmony. So as you are asking, billions of you, for more stability, for more well-being, for more harmony, the source energy part of you is receiving each and every one of those requests and holding it as the eternal promise of your future. And this is the part that we really, really want you to hear. Law of attraction responding to those requests. Law of attraction responding to that focused, pure asking. Law of attraction's response is causing an assembling of all cooperative components. So in the moment of the asking, this is something that most of our physical friends have a hard time wrapping their thoughts around, because you are so physically oriented. You are so accustomed to looking at the knock on wood, what I can see and hear and smell and taste and touch, aspects of your environment, that you miss sometimes altogether the fact that you are, and everything else is, and everyone else is, a vibrational being. Everything is vibrational. And so when these rockets of desires emanate from you, leading edge creators out here on the leading edge of thought, when those rockets of desires emanate from you, source receives them and becomes them, and a vibrational vortex of creation is assembled. We're not kidding you. It must happen. It always happens before there is ever any physical manifestation. When you try to tell the story of how your earth came to be, you're not even close to understanding that everything is vibrational first. Everything is thought, focused thought. And when focused thought is held longer, it becomes form. It becomes the material, manifestational world that you know. So when we speak to you today, all day, and we will, about these rockets of desire and about this vortex of creation, this vibrational vortex of creation that is assembling on your behalf, we want you to understand that this is not some airy-fairy metaphysical talk of some dead person who understands vibration and is trying to make some fairy tale to make it easier for you to understand the concept of it. This vortex, this vibrational vortex, is a reality that is the precursor of everything that you know to be reality. It's not something to be sloughed off. It is vivid and real. What you are asking for has been answered and is done. and all cooperative components have been vibrationally assembled.